Welcome to my channel Quantum Soul Talks with me, Priyanka. Today I'm going to talk about the purpose of life. So each one of us have been in this drive to find out the purpose of our life. Why are we born? Why are we here? What are we doing here? What is our purpose? Where are we heading? Where is this life taking us to? Where will it end? These are questions that come to every one of us. And these are questions that we come across in our life, at least at some point in our life. And these are the most sought after questions that spiritual seekers especially have to go through, and these are also the most difficult questions that we have to answer to ourselves. So today let's delve into this question a bit more. What is the purpose of life? So I wanted to share with you a little conversation that I had with one of my clients, and I'm sharing this with her permission. So she is a lady who is in her 60s, who has lived through most of her life, and she asked me this question, that nowadays there's so much of talk about leading a life of purpose and finding your purpose. So I want to understand, what is this life's purpose? So in our days there was no talk. There's not much talk about finding your purpose. Most of the times we were only talking about understanding our responsibilities and fulfilling our responsibilities. So a person like me, who has lived through her life, fulfilling responsibilities one after the other. So does it mean that I have lived a purposeless life and I have not fulfilled my life's purpose? And if so, how do I find what is my life's purpose, and how do I lead a life aligned to my life's purpose? So when she said this to me, it was a very eye-opening question, especially to me as a spiritual life coach. So what we did was, we did a simple reflection exercise. We went back into her life for the past, we went back 5 years, then 10 years, then 20 years, then 30 years, and we went back to her childhood, to the beginning of her life, and we reflected. And finally we kind of laid it down as a summary of what the reflection exercises brought to us. And it was such a beautiful experience, because she described beautifully how her life journey had been. She had gone through such beautiful experiences. She had some were beautiful, some were painful. She had gone through a lot of painful memories in her childhood. She was married early. She was a bright student. She couldn't continue her education. And then she had her children, and she devoted herself to the life of her children. And um, she had difficulties in the marital life, and then she went through miscarriages, she went through childbirth, she went through beautiful experiences where her children grew up, they became very successful, they got married, she had grandchildren, and they were so. When we went through the life experiences, there were so many poignant points, there were so many painful points, there were so many beautiful and happy points in her life, and all this. So when we concluded, and I asked her, so what do you feel now? Do you feel that do you still feel that you have led a purposeful life? Do you still feel that you could have done more? You could have you still need to find the purpose of what is your reflection out of, what is your finding out of this reflection exercise. And then she said to me that I don't know if I have lived a life of purpose or not, but I do know now that I have lived a rich life. And eventually when I'm on my deathbed, I will pass away knowing that I have this I have this rich tapestry of experiences in my in within me that I have gained through my life. So you see, I wanted to share this with you because most of the time we equate our life's purpose with achievement, achieving um, that milestone, achieving that success, achieving that so much of revenue, achieving that degree, achieving that honorary position, achieving that job. There is so much to achieve all the time, and more often than not we are thinking that our purpose of life is to achieve, is to be somewhere else, to be someone else rather than where we are currently. And that is okay. That is okay because we are constantly living in this in this uh, in this zone of doing. We want to do, which is a part of us, but it's not our complete experience. So we are not just human doings, we are human beings. You must have heard this phrase, but in truth we are not even human beings. We are a soul who is cyclically experiencing doing and being over and over again across lifetimes. So you see, our purpose of life, if we look at it from a higher perspective, the perspective of the soul or the spirit that resides within us, the soul is not really worried about how much we have achieved. What the soul is worried about is how much we have experienced in the process of achieving. So I'm not really saying that let go of this and let go of this fight within you to find your purpose, let go of this drive to find your purpose. No, do it if it's really your calling, but always remember that that finding that purpose, the journey in finding that purpose, the soul is more concerned with the journey of finding that purpose. So the destination is not important. The journey to reach the destination is what we should be focusing on. Thank you. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll be talking about the relation between karma and the purpose of life. Hope to see you there. Bye.